Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Now, a woman that I work with just became a grandma for the first time, so I ordered this cute little elephant on Amazon, and I think I got it for $8.99. It showed the typical price was $12.99. Now, I don't know if you need to be Prime to get it for $8.99. That's just what I got it for. And so what I'm going to do is personalize the ears of it with information about the baby, kind of like a birth announcement, but something that she could set in the room where the baby stays when the baby's at her house. To do the project, I'm going to use my Cricut Maker. I'm going to use my little Cricut Easy Press Mini, some white and bright pink scraps of heat transfer vinyl, and then I have my little weeding tool and my little scraper tool. I'll also need some scissors and then something to measure these ears with. I want to make a template on my Cricut Design Space of the size of the area that I have to put the heat transfer vinyl in. So at the longest part of the ear, it's 4 inches. And then at the widest part, it's about 3 inches. Now, to me, it looks like this is an oval, and it's slanted a little bit, but we'll design it straight, and then we can put it on slanted. So I'm first going to make an oval, and then I'm going to slice another oval out of the side of it, just so I really have a pretty good template. I'll get my camera turned around, and we'll start working on the design. I'm in Cricut Design Space. First thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and add a couple of ovals to my page. And as I recall, the size of the oval space that I have available to me had a width at its widest of 3 inches. Now I'll need to unlock this so I can unlock the proportions, and then a height of 4 inches. Now I want to go ahead and duplicate that, and then I need to mimic where the head is connected to the ear. And I think it's just about like that. That's what I'm going to go with. So now I'm going to select both of those, slice. I will keep that for my ear, and then I'll go ahead and delete everything else. Then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it again and flip it horizontally so that I have my ear over here. Now somehow my width got off. Let's go ahead and change that back to 3. Actually, I'll just delete that one. Unlock. Let's get this back to 3. There we go. Then I'm going to duplicate that, flip it horizontally, and now we have the ear for each side. So this little baby's name is Remington. So I want to put a large R on this ear. Let me change the color just a little bit. It's a little bit dark. So for my R, I'm just going to type a capital R. And then I don't have a ton of fonts yet on this newer computer, but I have one in mind. And it's right here. I don't really know how to pronounce that. You can see here, AppleMyungjo. I'm not sure. That's my best try. All right, let's make that kind of large. I want to change that to a bright pink. Let's go to the advanced and somewhere over here. I can drag this to get it a little bit more reddish. And okay, that works for our purposes. So I want to unlock the proportions so I can keep it the same height or even a little taller, but make it narrower so it fits. Okay, I think this is going to need to be just a little bit narrower because I want to put her full name down the side of it. So now I'm going to click on text, and then I'm going to type out her name. Now this will be in white. And I'm going to go with one of my all-time favorites. You see me use it all the time. And that's Amelya. So let's start moving those letters together. And then just so I can see the details better, I'll make it really large. Okay, so some of it looks good. Some of it was getting a little too cramped right there. So now I'm just going to ungroup and move each letter individually where I want it. And I want to move that up just a little bit. Okay, I'll move my T over, then I can just grab all three of these letters, group those together, and drag all three of them over. Then lastly, my R. Let's see how far I can move that over. Okay, with this tail, because I'm not going to have a lot of space to do this, that's going to be a little wide. So I'm going to take just a little circle and slice off part of this R. So I'll select both of those, click on slice. Now I'm going to keep this part and just get rid of the rest of this. Now I can move my R closer and it'll take a lot less space. I think I might even make it a little narrower. So unlock it and make it narrower. Then I can move it back over just a little bit. Then I'm going to drag it down just so I'm not getting extremely tall. I want this to end not too much higher than that. And it has to go down this far anyway, so I might as well drag it down like I did. Now I'm going to go ahead and weld those. And click back on them and turn those white. All right, so let's just start making that really small and rotating it. Okay, that should be straight. So let's see how it fits. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Hopefully these letters aren't so small. Look how little this little piece here is. Okay, let's make that a little larger. Well, we'll cut it out and we'll see how it works. Let's go ahead and unlock it and just make it a little shorter, or in this case, narrower. That way I'm not really narrowing up this little bitty line there. Okay, that looks pretty cute. I'm going to do one more thing though. There, I think that looks a little better. I can even slide it over just a little bit more. Okay, and you know, after I cut this out, I'm going to be placing it where I want it, so I can make little adjustments then. Okay, I'm going to quit fooling with that. Now on this ear, I want to put the baby's weight, the date she was born, and the time she was born. So I'm going to start with the same font as this, and it's right there. So let me go ahead and click on text again. And I'm going to type a 7. She was 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Okay, I need to go back. It's still on Amelya. There we go. And then I want that 7 to be white. And I'm just going to get everything on here and then I'll really start making some adjustments. But I do know I want that to be larger. Something about like that. And then I need the 5 in the same font. It will also be white. And it's going to be a lot smaller than the 7, and you'll see why in a little bit. It's going to go somewhere about there. Let's move the 7 over just a little bit. Okay, so 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Let's go ahead and type the word pounds. And I'm going to type it in all caps. And I want to use Arial, let's see, this Arial Rounded MT Bold. Now this is going to be back to the bright pink. And then a lot smaller. Now this time I will just say I want to rotate this 90 degrees. And I feel like since the R is facing the right, then this, to be symmetrical, should face the left. So that's what I'm going to try. There we go. Now, I don't want to make the word pounds smaller. Let's make the 7 larger. Maybe a little too large. Really, mainly too wide. So let's just unlock it and narrow that up. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to go ahead and add ounces, and I'm just going to abbreviate OZ using the same font, also in the bright pink. All right, let's see how, in this case it'd be wide. That's 0.227 wide, so I think I want this 0.227 tall, so that they're basically the same size. And I'll just move that into place. I'm going to put it about right here, kind of centered on that 5. Then I'm going to put a cute little heart under that. And that will be in white, just like the 5 and the 7. Now I like a little bit of a narrower heart, so I'm going to unlock it and just make it so it's a little taller and narrower. And I just want that kind of centered under the 5 ounce. So she was born November 14th. And I don't want to write out 2020 just so I can conserve some space. Let's go with the bright pink. And I think I can decrease the letter spacing there. There's a lot of extra white space. Now I'm noticing as I get those closer together that this little dash is too far to the left. So I'm going to ungroup that, select just that, and move it back over. Now, I want to make sure this dash, hold my command down. Oh, how can I get this dash? Okay, let's start with this dash. Hold the command down, select this dash, and I want those to be aligned. So I'm going to say center vertically. They were pretty close already, maybe just exactly what they needed to be, but I just wanted to be sure. So I'll group those back, and then let's set those up into place and see how that looks. Then the last information I want to put on there is the time of birth, and that was 9:13 a.m. Again, we'll change that to the pink and make it a lot smaller. Decrease my letter spacing some. That's probably good. Now, this is 0.33 tall. This was 0.33. All right, so that's good. Now it's getting a little narrow down there. So here's what I want to do. I want to ungroup these and then select the A and the M and move those over just a little closer. Now just so they're perfectly aligned, I'll select everything. And let's say center vertically. If I align them on the bottom or the top, then the colon's going to go up or down. I don't want that. And then I'll go ahead and group those back and put it back in place. Okay, that's pretty cute, but I do think this is a little, I don't know what the word is. I think it needs a little definition. So I want to put 2 little lines. Whoops, I don't want text, I want a shape. I want to put 2 little lines kind of to separate things. Let's unlock this, make it really skinny. And I don't really know how long. And I just want it to be, like I said, just a little line. And I think I'll go with white for that. And let's see if, whoops, come back. Let's see if that's about the right length. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's duplicate that and then move this one to here. All right, so let's select those two lines. So I'm going to select them over here. That's going to be easier. Hold the command down, select the other one. Then let's go ahead and center those horizontally. Okay, something here, I know what I don't like. I want this up here at the top. Then I think maybe I'll just leave that down toward the bottom. Something just didn't look good like that. And then let's make this heart a little bit larger. Then the other thing I'll do is move this up just a little bit, and then I'll move my line just slightly up. All right, so I need to line things up a little bit better. So again, let's select the two lines, and I will realign those, center horizontally. Then let's see, this whole thing is grouped, and this whole thing's grouped. Now, I want to hide my little ear for a minute. I think that's going to make things a whole lot easier. I'm going to go ahead and group all of this. Okay, I just saw something I don't like. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to group everything between the lines. This will work better. Here we go. Okay, now I can just select everything, center horizontally. There. Okay, now I'm happy. And I'm going to group everything so that I can just kind of adjust it on my ear. That looks pretty cute. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut this and see if it fits. So I'm going to ungroup everything. Now, to make all the white things cut exactly like they are here, I need to select all of those. So let's move that out of the way. I'm going to select everything that's white, hold my command down. Okay, I must have everything grouped still. I do. Okay, let's ungroup it. Now we should be able to select all the white things. Whoops. Start over. Now my 5 isn't selected. There it is. I saw that it grayed out there, so it was. If I couldn't get it to do it here, I could come over here and click right here. And then lastly, I need that little line there. So I will click attach, and that will make them cut out in the right place. Then I need to do the same thing with all my pink things. So I'll select my time, hold down the command, pounds, ounces, and the date. So let's attach those. If you didn't attach things and then you clicked on make it, it would just be a red hot mess. They would just cut where they want to, and you would have to manually place all these where you want those. And I just don't want to do that. Now I don't care that these aren't attached to these. They are on different ears, so that does not matter. But what is important is when I cut this, I need to make sure that I mirror everything so it cuts correctly. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just hide these ears. In case I need to redo something, I want those left, but I'll just hide those. So I'm going to click on Make It, and then I'm going to let it know I need to mirror the white. Then I need to mirror the pink. I'll go ahead and click Continue. I'm going to use the Everyday Iron-On setting. I'll make sure my fine point blade is in. I'll change the camera angle around, and we'll start cutting. Okay, let's go ahead and put our vinyl down, and I'm putting it shiny side down because the shiny side is the carrier sheet. Just check and make sure my blade is clean. And let's cut. Okay, now I have my little Easy Press Mini set on low. So I just want to make sure these fit on here really nicely. And if I didn't say before, I'll link to this cute little elephant on Amazon. So if the R goes there, and the word Remington goes kind of over the top of it, layered like that, that will work out just fine. All right, that's what I'm going with right there. And of course, after I got it all fixed the way I wanted it, it kind of popped up. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Now, I do have some heat-resistant tape that I could put on this, but I think that's going to stick down okay. I'm just going to get it stuck down for about 10 seconds and kind of look and see what it looks like. Okay, I can tell it's not stuck down over here, but at least I have it in place where it's not going to slide around. All right, let me see if it's stuck down. Cute. Now the white piece is a cold peel, so I'm going to go ahead and place it where I want it. Okay, I think that looks cute. So I'll let that cool while I do the other side. Okay, I like that. Let me set my numbers on and see if it still looks good with those in place. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Now I'd like to get a really flat surface, really hard flat surface that I could put a little more pressure on. I have this 2x4. Let's see if that raises it up enough. Okay, I think that's good. I lost my other Teflon sheet onto the floor, so I'll just move this one and use it. Okay, I think I'll let that cool a little bit this time. And then let's check and see if my white layer is sticking down over here. All right. Cute. All right, so let's pull this side up. Very cute. Okay, I'll lift this up and show it to you in a minute. It's just impossible for me to see it like that. All right, we're going to call that good. And then again, let's see, let me read the instructions. This is the vinyl I'm using, and I was supposed to preheat. Well, I didn't. 300 for 10 to 15 seconds, cold peels. So let's go ahead and give that about 15 seconds. And I'll fast forward through the 15 seconds. So with this being a cold peel, I'll come back in just a few minutes. Okay, I think that's cooled off enough. Let's see. Okay, there's the final project. I think that is super cute. I know she's gonna love it. Thanks so much for joining me. Until the next video, bye-bye.